Hello, everybody.
Two girls, one ticket. Ooh, I stole the
Two
show,
girls,
Lauren.
one ticket. Stole the show. Welcome back. Glad to have you back in Austin.
A lot of energy. We missed a week too, so I want to hear all about your Naples travels.
I know we did. Naples, it's so interesting. I've obviously heard such great things. You had good things to say. Your new client has great things to say, or your client. A lot of people are like, it's similar to Palm Beach of the west coast of Florida. I did not see any similarity. I have no reason to go back. It shocked me that the water in 30A, Rosemary Beach is so nice and the sand is so white, so clear. And then even Sarasota, which is like an hour and a half or so north of Naples, is so pretty. Like it's a pretty color for the Gulf. But this was like straight up Gulf water. At first I was like, okay, well maybe there's a storm and the water's churned or there's like construction in the area. I don't know. And they're like dredging something. I don't know. But it's just straight up that color. I was so confused. And then the main street is cool, I guess. It's
I haven't
charming.
been there. Is it? I haven't been over
it's charming.
there.
There's some great little Marissa's is a great store, like women's store, jewelry and clothing, and a couple good restaurants. Definitely had good restaurants. But overall, thank God the Four Seasons was a good Four Seasons because otherwise I would have probably hopped back on and left.
But so we're crossing off Nantucket,
we're crossing off
never
Naples.
again. We're crossing off Naples, never again.
We're just crossing it all off. I will stick to Palm Beach and I will be happy on the East Coast. But yeah, anyways, was
the west coast of Florida like tornado-y and stuff, or hurricane-y. Sorry, I'm getting my national weather all mixed up. But yeah, I don't know.
It's just very different. The people are different. I mean, people say it's newer and there's nice house. Like I thought all the houses looked like cheap construction and and I know it's an expensive area. I didn't, I'm not going.
Nobody from Naples is listening. They will be morally offended, including my client.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I can see how checks a lot of boxes for a lot of people. There's fishing. You can go into the Everglades and go fishing. There's a lot of golf courses. Again, good. Yeah, you can go straight into that alligator alley and all of that. But overall, great hotel-ish.
Were you like 2 out of 10, 5 out of 10? Where are we at on the scale?
On the scale of Naples, I'm going to put it at like a 5.
Ooh, okay. That's not as bad as you're talking. There's
because there's nothing
livable.
I can see. It's 100% livable. And again, people love it and local people love it. And I can see the draw to some, but I also don't know if the draw is because they've never experienced elsewhere.
Better?
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, so yeah, okay, we'll divert. So Maine, how did you finish up?
Maine, always, fantastic. Love our month-long journey there. A lot of sharks. Did you see they were closing down all the sharks in front of literally our house?
Yes.
I didn't even want to touch the water. So I wasn't a big beach goer this summer, but it was crazy. I was just like every 2 seconds there was a shark sighting. And then there was a lifeguard that was swimming, and like a 61-year-old lifeguard, and he got pulled down by a shark. I mean,
saw that. And that was like right up from the other beach that you guys had sent the other shark. Yeah. Crazy.
So held to the no, I'm not even putting my feet in there. So other than the shark sightings, it was wonderful. Lots of lobster. We hit the Harbor Fest. We got a cool new painting that we got shipped out here. Adam is excited to put it in his one-day office when we buy a house.
Love it. Start the collection.
Really touching art, touching nature, doing the whole nine. But happy to be back here in Austin. We got football season right around the corner / today, basically it starts. What else?
So much. Yeah. Crazy. Preseason started yesterday. There were some games, more games tonight for NFL.
Excuse my ignorance.
I think it's 4 more weekends, till college, which cannot wait.
That's what we're most excited for.
Yes. And then the countdown to Super Bowl's on, I think officially 6 months from today. Is that right?
Well, if you saw
September, October, November, December, January, yeah, 6 months from today, and it's on Valentine's Day for the first time ever.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
how romantic.
cute. Did you see we got our save the dates out, and on our wedding website we have a countdown, and obviously our wedding is in February, so you can also count down to the Super Bowl.
Yes, and it's beautiful. And I have to say, I loved the save the date by email. I think that is so nice. And then you can do your formal invitation or whatever, even if that's emailed. I don't know. There's just something about, I know there's something about the physical, but it's just easy to get it to everybody. And I really liked it. It was beautiful. Loved your logo.
We wavered back and forth. We were like, should we do a formal invitation? And we were kind of cutting it close with even save the date 7 months out for an international or a destination wedding, however you want to say it. But I think they turned out really great. Our stationery girl, she drew everything by hand. So she was super excited about it. But I know our formal invitations that are going to go out soon. I don't know when, but in the next few months here, they're going to be great as well. But
so
we're
exciting.
super excited.
They're beautiful. Yeah, that's a very good start.
Thank you.
Good thing to get going. So cannot wait. So you popped back onto the trail yesterday and had a little run in.
Oh my God. Yeah. So usually I don't fangirl. I lived in LA, could give two shits. I was on a little yogging up the trail or literally right in front of the Four Seasons. And I see this person who obviously he's a bit Travis Barker. You can tell him a mile away, all the tattoos, and he's kind of a short little man. But he's just jogging closer. And I was like, no chance that's Travis Barker running in August in the middle of the summer. Yeah, exactly. And as I get closer, he's like, we make eye contact. I mean, it was just so, and then he even took a spin. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I was like, oh, I'm looking good.
Double take, yeah.
I got Mr. Barker double taken.
Yeah, pick up my pace.
I know I was running like a freaking 6-minute mile.
You could tell you were, exactly. You could tell you were a California girl.
But anyway, so I was shocked, and usually I don't fangirl. Love Blink-182 though, grew up on that. And I get back here, and the concierge, I was like, I just saw Travis Barker. I want to say it was him, had 100% be him. Well, what is he doing over here? And they go, oh yeah, him and Kardashian are staying in the hotel right now. They're recording I don't know if it's a TV show or something. I don't know what they were doing, but they were in the proximity, and your girl was looking good because Mr. Barker was eyeing me. So,
and you're 2 feet taller than Courtney.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize because I was like, he's very short. And then I looked up literally Travis Barker height, and he's 5'9". So, and they always push it a bit higher.
Right. He's probably like a 5'7", and he's so slight. I've never seen him in person, but from what I see in photos, he looks like, or, he always posts, or she posts pictures without his shirt on and stuff with all his tattoos. And he seems like he's not very strong. He could be fit, but he's just on the thinner
strike
side.
Him as a runner, you don't see him.
I would never imagine that.
You run marathons. But then I started doing some digging because this was before I asked our concierge. I was like, I was just Googling Travis Barker running, jogging, just to see if he's a runner.
Is he an athlete?
And then this whole Instagram page came up on my feed, and it was Run Travis Run, and it shows all these little 5Ks, half marathons, little running events that he's run. So
press.
Apparently he had this accident in 2006 or something. I didn't really get into the details. I need to probably dig further, but then after that incident, he found running and health, and that has been his life trajectory ever since. So.
Well, she's so into health, and organic stuff, and maybe that kind of helped too.
The Kardashians are?
Courtney specifically. I don't know about all the Kardashians, but yeah, she always was on health kicks and making sure her products didn't have chemicals, and, just very uppity with her nutrition. But
the family's kind of, we're big girls, so I didn't big
girls. It's the Armenian roots.
They're all no
speaking of big girls, the WNBA, because what's the actual,
it's a freaking clown show.
I mean, clown show. Literally the only emoji, for lack of better words, is the popcorn one that I sent to you, sent it to Casey. Like, that's just how it is. But I mean, it literally just gets worse and worse.
No, I mean, we'll start with our little make any flash, of it up
but
either.
You can't. It's literally like this is like the best reality TV anyone could find right now. Obviously the usual suspects characters, but how do you even pronounce her? I know people call her like DJ for short, but like
Dijon, the frickin' mustard. I call her Miss Mustard.
But isn't it like Dijonay? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dijonay. But know. DJ, whatever. We'll just call her DJ for short. Bashes Sophie Cunningham, like in the face, completely bashes. That's bad in itself. And obviously, flagrant foul, whatever. Runs to the locker room and puts on social media white privilege and tag. Like, what in the world? Like, that's your first move after she's ejected. Then a few days later, she gets a fan removed from their seat complaining about something. The fan gets removed from the game. Then the fan came back because I think it was like an invalid complaint. I don't know what their criteria is
too, by the way.
I'm sure. So she probably just picked again on somebody just to like take it out on. Not taking any accountability. And then the fan's allowed back in. And then in games last night, she, again, was just fouling left and right. Like,
I mean, the girl is a joke. I don't even know if she has any athletic ability with the way she's just nailing people left and right. In 2024, she like poked Caitlin Clark's. I don't know. It's just like dirty.
Gave her the black eye. Like, she's always just been scrappy and has these like unnecessary fouls.
I feel like scrappy is usually a good terminology for players. You know, they're maybe
fast, quick. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I kind of like scrappy, but like she is just destructive.
That's a better adjective. And then she was the one that was just had all the drama with the ex cheating on her, right? With the other girls in the league. I mean, you literally cannot make it up.
Parents.
Yeah.
Her poor
and
parents.
Then was claiming she's a natural blonde and then literally has like eyebrows darker than mine. Like, you don't have blonde hair. I mean, just too much.
Well, and even the story about her past and everything, the fact that she has the audacity to say white privilege, girl, your father was an ex-NFL player. You grew up going to private schools in Southern California. You went to 2 private colleges, Stanford, one of the best in the nation, and you have the audacity to call Sophie Cunningham. Well, then she even wavered and wrote this audacious I don't even know the word, crazy post that made no sense. It was just a word salad. It sounded like Kamala Harris.
Right, trying to just cover up for something. Yeah, it was
She's
so
like, I
weird.
wasn't making that assumption or something, that you're assuming that. And I'm like, okay, then tell us what you meant because everybody is confused, sweetheart. Miss
And
Stanford.
Everyone's taking it with the same meaning behind it. I mean, like, what else could it have been? I mean, just insane. But you're right. From the private school that was like $20,000 a year, then you go to Stanford. Your dad's in the NFL. Then she played her last year at Baylor, which is, you know, a good private school. I just don't know where she is coming from. And then there's Sophie Cunningham from Missouri, worked on a farm, went to a public school, went to University of Missouri. I think that the dad kind of was obviously supporting the family and went through a tough time during the like 2008 financial crisis or something. And she worked to where she is now and her image and all of that. Like, she wasn't groomed going to the private schools in a, you know, elite situation, turning over to Stanford and rolling it all into WNBA. But teach their own, but
it's just a wild story. And this girl just keeps getting, Miss Mustard just keeps getting more and more interesting as more and more comes out about it. Did you even see Sophie Cunningham's coach? Totally did not stand up for her.
Did not at all. I mean, and even Caitlin Clark was like in an interview and was like kind of covering her ears and like kind of shaking her head while like literally was not defending any of it.
She was saying, yeah, oh my gosh, no, DJ is a hard player, works hard. Sure, she was defending her, blah, blah, blah. Because I think she used to coach coach her back when she was at Connecticut or something, DJ. And then it came out again. Sophie and Caitlin were out doing a press conference later on and said, Sophie defended the coach and said, no, she didn't actually see the clip. And it was just kind of confusing because I thought she was coaching them when it all happened.
Right. You think that.
I don't know. It just seemed like she was trying to be divisive and not standing up for her players. And then I think Dave Portnoy, got involved, and then she was blaming Portnoy on
and you've got
dividing the team in the locker room.
Yeah.
He's
but
like,
his whole point,
right.
But his whole point was the fouls are bad enough, but like the point is no one's bringing up the fact that then she goes in and puts on white privilege. Like you're not wanting to bring race and conflict and whatever into and then that's what everyone,
It's crazy. It's just the most diabolical sequence of events. And I hope somebody puts that DJ girl in her place. And I hope that Stephanie, the coach, realizes that she needs to stand up for her players a little more.
Well, I can't wait to see they're scheduled to play again against each other and see what comes of that. If there's any comeback there's going to be some scuffle that's going to happen.
Sophie needs to wear a helmet.
Exactly. But my favorite part, and maybe make sure her hair's up tight. We don't need any more hair pulling or whatever. But I guess she goes for the eyes. But all of that aside, the absolute best part of the WNBA right now is the two NBA players that say they want to participate in the WNBA draft and that they now identify as trans. And the league is has no idea what they're doing. They just met and they're going to have to continue meeting because they will not define what a woman is. Whether it's biologically, whatever their definition is, they are not defining it. So,
which is crazy to me. I'm surprised they haven't been you guys, come on, stop making this a mockery of WNBA. But literally, they can't say that because they're going to go back on everything they've said in terms of letting all the, trans people play. I don't know. I think it was a great way to stand up for especially Sophie Cunningham because she kind of was the one. I know this was a conversation a couple years ago, but it's now a conversation again, and it's been super, I feel in the news and highlighted and to bring
in other sports too. I mean, Sabalenka was just talking about it. Most players obviously or in whatever their respective sport have a stance on it. But they're going to get themselves in a pickle.
Women.
Exactly. And exactly. And I think that, they're going to have to be the kind of first to say something. So I get that that's a big move and a hard position to be in for the WNBA in general. But they're either going to have to let these guys play, which is going to ruin sports in general, because there's just going to be literally in every single sport now, they're going to think that, why wouldn't a male, let's say a male golfer who's mediocre go to the LPGA tour and collect, you know what I mean? And where it's going to be easier,
it's
shorter.
Common sense.
Exactly. So it would just ruin everything. So they're going to have to let them compete. They're going to have to define what a woman is biologically and say, no, you're not able to play. Or these guys are going to sue the league for not allowing them in. Yeah. So I literally cannot wait to see.
I think it's freaking gold, and I'm excited.
And of course, it's the WNBA. It's not soccer. It's not anything that's getting pressing. I mean, again, I know it's in every sport, and it's in discussion, and it's something that has been people. Bruce Jenner, he's the perfect person. He is an Olympian, athlete. Was a man, now is a woman. And he is overly, for years, had his stance on men are biologically different than women and they need to stay out of women's sports. It is just not a fair anything.
Common sense.
Straight up. So it'll be very, very interesting to see, to say the least. But again, just when they were getting some momentum and getting more records, more viewers, more season tickets, more jerseys. It's okay, now you guys, this is why everyone used to make fun of you at all times, because it's a joke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
nope. Tough. But
tough is right. We'll see what happens. And the Lakers, how do you feel about this?
I think it's interesting. I don't have an opinion one way or another, but it seems a little, keep it in the fam.
Keep it in the fam. And I just want to know like more to the story and who just buys the team and then sells it so quickly. Like there's more to it than what's out there right now. But I agree it couldn't be better timing with LeBron going to Philly in general, things shaking up. We already know Lakers need to kind of rebrand, revamp. But Josh Kushner and Bob Iger, former Disney CEO, stepped in to be the owners, valued at $12.5 billion, which obviously isn't what they're paying for it. I would like to know that number too. You know, I think the buses probably have some stake. I mean, who knows if this guy's trying to hold on to some, but interesting. And then, of course, Jer still winning with the highest valuation for the Cowboys. Yeah, for a franchise in any sport, $15.5 billion. But again, this is coming as the highest that's actually sold, but I don't know what the breakdown is. So curious about that. And then I do not know what rock I was living under, because obviously you hear about Jared Kushner and Ivanka all the time, but I had no idea about that. Josh, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I was thinking, but Josh and Jared are obviously brothers. And that he's married to Karlie Kloss, who obviously I knew as a successful model, Victoria's Secret angel, been on 20 plus international Vogue covers, you know, and she's so young. I think he's 41. I think she's maybe 33 or so. But just so interesting all around. And then the Kushner's father was a real estate developer, kind of made their fortune in that, and then is now the current ambassador of France and Monaco. Are there two better countries to be an ambassador of, first of all? And I think an ambassador would be a prime time position of like Switzerland, again, France, Monaco, Italy, like Spain. What a great role that would be.
Well, would they put Donald Trump's ex-fiance ambassador of, I think, Greece or something? They just pushed her out.
Trump Jr. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He paid her millions to get out of the house, and you're now an ambassador. And exactly.
Hey, me, Trump, come on.
Exactly. I think it's a great appointed position to be in. But just so cool and such a great story. Obviously, he's brilliant, so successful. Founded Thrive Capital, which again, I didn't even realize had backed and invested in some of like the biggest companies, Spotify, OpenAI, co-founded a health company, Harvard MBA, and I think currently owns a stake in the Miami Heat. I didn't know that, which obviously he's going to have to give up and sell his share at this point with this sale. But
gonna say seems a little sus, but no, Karlie Kloss winning at life, goddamn. But I like that they're subtly like that you didn't know about them,
right? And you didn't know about their money, and you didn't know about their relationship, you didn't know about their kids and their personal stuff, and just I love that.
Just out of the public eye. I know Karlie Kloss, I forget when she retired from modeling, but it was this huge put out a statement. She said she's stepping back. She was one of Victoria's Secret's top models, and she was focusing on pursuing higher education. I think she was going to NYU, and then she had, some business ventures she kind of wanted to pursue. So I respect the hell out of her. Definitely wanted to seem a little bit more valuable to the Kushner family. So.
Yeah, exactly. And to her credit, she was at the prime of Victoria's Secret. Like when Victoria's Secret was really a real thing, and the angels were a real thing, and like before Alessandra Ambrosia and Giselle, and exactly everyone was like top. But you're right, to then dive into education and not just be like a model and tout that around to get her places. So I respect her for that. And then she so interestingly enough, they say that the relationship that brought Iger and Kushner together was via the wives. And Bob's wife's name's Willow Bay, which is a cool name, right? Did you know she's the dean of USC Communication and Journalism School?
Really?
Yeah,
no,
she's the current.
I didn't.
Yeah,
that's
so kind of cool.
School. All my friends were in that school. I was in Marshall, though. Business like Karlie Kloss.
So exactly, just one step ahead. But she worked for Estee Lauder for a very long time, and I guess Karlie Kloss was gearing up to be a spokesperson for Estee Lauder, so she wanted to connect with Willow. So then I think the husbands got to know each other, and that is how they got connected, which is kind of cool. And now they're owning the Lakers.
World.
Yeah,
there
small
you
world.
Go.
But the juicier part that I think everyone's wondering about is the connection between Mark Walter, who's the current owner, or former, I guess, and he's also part owner of the Dodgers and is under federal investigation for billions of dollars worth of insurance money and things. Obviously was just at the White House with the Dodgers and photographed with Trump, around Trump. And now it's a Kushner taking over. I don't know. You don't know. Right. Well, like, people are probably speculating like, oh, watch, this is going to be, he gets cleared of everything from Trump, and not Trump's, but, and somebody connected to, buys Kushner buys the Lakers. It's all interesting. Who knows? But I'm sure we're going to know more.
It's a lot of things around Trump right now. Did you see Caroline Leavitt also resigned?
Yes, that was kind of. I thought she was so great. I loved her. Like, I actually followed her on social media and stuff just because I thought that she was just interesting content, and very cute family. But I understand. I bet that's like a legitimate family thing that she wanted to be with the kids, and it's probably a tough role. She travels all the time with him.
Well, Adam told me he's deep into the conspiracies and everything, and he was saying that, oh, well, people are saying, I'm like, who are these people? But
his underworking world.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, baby, you're not. No, he was saying that apparently there was a terrorist attack or a terrorist claim on one of the Air Force One planes.
In Turkey.
And then he switched and then kept Mark Rubio and Caroline on that plane. And she was like, what the hell? I just had a family. Like, why am you using me as like a decoy to get targeted from a terrorist? So
that was a really, really weird thing, because the timing was right after that. And I did think that was a very valid point that was brought up. You're leaving Turkey. You know that there's a direct threat against Air Force One. It wasn't, obviously it's directed at Trump, but it's against Air Force One. They did you see him get out, the video? They put him on the catering cart to get out and go to another
it's like
plane.
Taylor Swift move.
Well, Air Force One still took off. They didn't know at the time that he was in the catering thing going to another plane to get out of there. So theoretically, every single person on that plane, the pilots, the crew, everybody, 100%. So I do agree that is a peculiar thing. Like, maybe just don't take off, or like, I don't know what the alternative would be. Again, I'm not the FBI, but or Secret Service. But yeah, I felt like that was an interesting position to put. If you know there's that big of a credible threat that you're literally putting him on a different plane and having him escape like that. And then they still take off again. Pilots, crew, Rubio, whoever else was on the plane. It's a little weird.
I would think so. I would be pissed. I'm like, whoa. What if they saw that through?
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't here no more. I just had a baby, and I've got another kid. So.
Right. Other things that should take more precedence, let's say.
So I don't know if that held a lot of weight. I'm sure that wasn't the only reason, and I'm sure there's way more to the story. But I definitely would feel the same way if I was put in her position.
Yeah, totally. Very interesting. But anyway, good for Iger and Kushner, and I read an interesting Carly Kloss. I read an interesting stat that a third of all NBA team owners are from or live in New York. That's a big percentage.
These tech bros don't want to buy sports right? Teams or what?
Yeah. But to that, the trend, they say, I think Olivia Rodrigo and what's her name? Legally Blonde girl.
Reese
What's her name? Reese Witherspoon. There we go. They're all dating these finance.
Springer.
Yeah, these big finance PE guys. And it's like that's the trend of these celebrities now wanting to date these PE investment guys over other celebrities. And I don't know. But Carly Kloss did it, and look at her. She's winning.
Yeah, they want to follow suit. I also feel like all the entertainment people, they're just so nerdy and thespians and weird. So I think these PE guys are a little bit more probably more attractive.
That, and also probably mentally stimulating and have more diverse things going on. Like if you're in your life and your role and your, daily, like, do you really want that on the other side too, to deal with someone's, filming and this and that? And I think it would probably be nice to have a little bit of a differentiation, but who knows? And Federer, like, leave Federer alone. Did you see him all over the headlines and the posts and everyone about losing his billionaire status because of On's like tanking stock? Like, leave him alone. He's more than fine. Like, way more than fine than the majority of the population in the world. It's like when people are like, oh, Elon lost his trillionaire status. Okay, well, he's still richer by like
I know.
20 times than the next person. Like, it's so funny what people poke at, but Federer bothered me because you never hear anything about him. He's just living his life. Mm-hmm. Love him, obviously, to death, but just like the classiest person. And you're going to talk about the on stock falling and he's losing his billionaire status, because I'm sure he's still probably a billionaire, like, or right there. And like, it doesn't even, he's just doing his thing. I don't think he cares about that. Like, he's just
a relative term. Why did the stock fall? I don't even know.
I think just shifts and trends and just typical, all these companies.
I'm always going to be an On girly. These Hoka, did you see what happened with Hoka though?
I tried them and everyone just swears by them. No, I have not tried Hoka, and I don't know anything about what happened to them.
Okay. All my shoes are On. I love On. I think they're just simple, not super big and clunky like the Hoka shoes. Hoka had a major headline in the articles for Daily Mail, and it said the hidden dangers of Hokas. They're the must-have comfy shoes, but runners, nurses, and busy moms. But experts are now issuing an urgent warning over the silent damage they could be causing. Ooh. So I feel like they should be tanking over On. I've never been a Hoka girl either, but
same. And I've always thought the premise behind them and the concept and the way they looked were just so goofy to me. But I don't, I'm going to have to look more into that. They're very clunky. There's nothing like elegant or sophisticated about the design. But I think everybody thought kind of like what On did on a simple design side. Hoka was like trying to do the same, like cloudless feel, super cushiony, but like totally missed the boat on like the sleekness and the, exactly, the design aspect. But I'll have to look more into that. But everybody
I wonder
swears
what these dangers are.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody watch out. And another thing that was brought to my attention this week, just in terms of real estate values and stuff, around downtown, and obviously companies moving here and ever, but Apollo, which is one of the biggest private equity groups, is moving their headquarters to downtown Austin, which is great. Obviously good for the city. Obviously will be an influx of, more people, more money, all of that. But their sports capital arm, I'm assuming, will stay in New York, which is where it's currently based, just invested $2.6 billion in the Yankees. Is that not wild?
Crazy. Yeah. Go Yankees. Jesus.
I mean, that's so much money, but interesting to, again, see how private equity in sports, and obviously the NFL was trying to explore with it and whatever. I think that it's just interesting, but it obviously will help growth of the Yankees. And it's like, how much bigger can they get as a brand and like help refinance existing debt? And you can see how it will come into play, again, all around in sports. But I just figured for them, and I think they've previously invested in Madrid and one of the soccer teams, but just super interesting. And also very interesting that they're moving to Austin for their main just
office. Following the trend.
I guess so. But I mean, what is the trend? Like, we had everybody come here from California during COVID, then everyone wanted out, and then everyone's like, Austin's over, it's doomed, and whatever else, and they all try to leave. And then now it's like, oh, well, Elon and SpaceX and all these companies and all these, all kinds of people coming here and building their headquarters and offices and all of it. I don't know. I don't know what the trend is, but I guess they're still coming. There's got to be something. Awesome. Something still. Yeah, we're riding the wave. But did you see that the White Sox had a game the other night that was to honor Pope Leo, who's obviously from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave away the Pope hats and sold out crowd.
Really?
None through the first pitch. They literally had a peace be with you moment.
How'd she do?
I mean, it was what you'd expect, but I thought it was so unique and again, awesome that it was sold out in Chicago. And
who were they? Were they playing Red Sox? Because we were literally looking up because we were in Boston right before we flew back to Austin, and we saw that the White Sox were playing the Red Sox, but I don't know where they were. I think they were playing in Chicago, so I don't know if it was them.
For their
we were trying to go to a Red Sox game.
I know, they're so fun. They were playing the Reds, so it wasn't that wouldn't have been the game. But yeah, so funny. Never paid any attention to the White Sox, unfortunately for them.
To be honest with you, Adam, the only reason the White Sox, I know they're a Chicago team, is this is going to sound really ignorant, and I apologize, everybody. But Adam, again, we were trying to go to a Red Sox game because we were going to be in Boston for one night, and he's like, "Oh, the Red Sox are playing the White Sox," and I was like, Who are the White Sox?
You're like, is that a new team?
I was like, where are they? Yeah. So I was just like, okay, Chicago team.
Funny.
Never mind.
Now we know. That's so funny. Yeah. They're one of the older teams, but yeah. I just really, I mean, the only ones I really pay attention to, we talk about, Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, obviously
maybe
Astros.
Mets here and there.
Yeah, Mets here and there.
I hear the Padres because San Diego.
Yes.
And the Anaheim Angels because that's where I'm from. But other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, and then Yankees are about to get a Netflix drama series. I feel like there's kind of a lot about baseball right now, but Jason Bateman's going to be one of the executive producers. I like him. When I think of him, I just think of Ozark. But I do. I like him. And I've heard good things about him, actually as a person and people that have worked with him, on movies and things. But what about you? Do you not have a preference?
I like him. No, I think he's just so unique. And he plays the same character in every, show or movie.
Yes.
And I wonder if that's how he is in person, which I assume he is. But he just seems like a cool guy. He's kind of sarcastic, kind of witty, and good for him. He's very successful and a really good actor. So
yeah, he really is. And you're right. I bet he's just like that in person. And I think he's so cute. He's different. He kind of he too seems like a smaller kind of guy, but just seems like he'd have a cool personality and
good personality, especially in The Hangover and then all the other
stuff
that he's in. So I love it.
So we'll see about that. But most importantly, back to football. Best time of the year here for sure. And the real sign that it's turning to fall, yes, school goes back, all of that, is candy corn. Are you a candy corn person? People are either a love it or hate it. Are you a love it or hate it or completely don't care?
So I don't have a personal preference over it. It's not something I seek out, but if it's in a bowl while I'm at a Halloween party, maybe nibble. I'll take a handful. Yeah, I don't know. But I want to say, just based off of your energy and your facial expressions, you love candy corn.
It's something to be excited about. Yes, that is my start to fall. When I see the first bag of Brock's candy corn, I'm like, it is the first of the season.
It's go time, baby.
And it is go time because now the leaves will be falling somewhere else in the world, not here, but they're out there. Time for hot coffee, no longer iced coffee. It's going to be Halloween, which is not my favorite holiday, but again, it's that time of year where the air kind of shifts, temperatures shift, football's back. I just could not be happier.
I do love it. Fall is a good one, but I didn't really take notice in candy corn as much as you have. So maybe
I don't know how to explain it, but when it is fresh and good, and I only need one bag, and I will literally eat the entire bag by myself, and then I will not even get another one because I will eat that one too. But it's just the initial. I don't know how to explain it, but please try some. But went to a UT night practice the other night. Just kind of popped in for a second.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it was fun. That's where we saw Schneider.
Brian
Schneider,
okay. Oh,
yeah.
shoot. I need to call him today. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah. And everyone was down to business. Sark was so excited. Some of the guys were walking out and we were talking to him. He's like, look at the size of this human. Like he was like in awe of his own players. I'm like, that's a good sign. And then my little baby boy, I'm sorry, I'm not switching to full on Longhorn fan by any means, but I have got to say, between my newfound appreciation and love for Sark and my love for baby boy Arch, I've got to have some fan power to them.
I think all of these events that you're attending are swaying you. You're in the locker rooms, you're at these practices, I think you're just naturally going to be swayed one direction.
I mean, I just might get there, but you're right. I'm like turning a little bit more and more, but baby boy Arch was looking so good. And when I say some kind of shape, he is in some kind of shape. Like even better than last year. Yes. And I really hope that he, again, not that he had a bad year, but he was just getting thrown under the bus at every chance he could and really didn't, I think, probably perform at his absolute best. So I really hope that he does well. But might be his year. And Cam Coleman and they have a great, it'll be good to see it all come together. But
well, I'm glad you got the inside scoop there, everybody. So.
Yes. And then high school football. This is actually very interesting. So Westlake, obviously, everything's bigger in Texas, Friday Night Lights. They are hosting Inglewood High School from California.
That is crazy. I remember growing up, it's like Inglewood. Yeah. Inglewood. Like they're freaking cheerleaders coming. These are going to be huge black guys. I know that for a fact.
I think it would actually be really fun to see, obviously having gone there, but just something so different. I guess it was hard for them to get a local school or a school around here that wanted to come play Westlake for the opening season game at home.
Oh yeah, so they literally
so they got Inglewood. So they're all flying here. And of course, there's always that, back and forth of like, who's a better football state, California or Texas. So some of the boys are like, oh, we're going to settle this. We're going to see if it's Texas or California. But I think it is so cool. It'll be so fun to see Inglewood here. Maybe we'll have to go to the game, give you some Friday Night Lights in Texas.
Actually, love to go. I've never been to that stadium. I've only driven past it. I've heard wonderful things.
It is such a thing.
But that would be a fun game to go see.
Yeah. We'll have to figure out. I think it's like August 28th or something. We'll have to look it up. But
I may be for Inglewood, though. Would that be a problem?
Oh, no. They need all the support. Yeah. They're going to. I don't know how they travel. Yeah. I don't know if any of their fans are going to be here. So, yeah, they're going to have one. Anyways, I thought that was really cool, neat, different. And then absolutely tragic. Did you see what happened with the Lake Travis football player?
Crazy. I did see what happened. I don't know exactly what happened. I just know he had passed out after or during practice.
Yeah, so terrible. So I guess he had a cardiac arrest, which I assumed, right off meant heart attack. And it was at a morning practice. And
it's not that hot, right?
So that was my first thought was heat, but it sounded like it was a morning practice. And had to get Starflight there, which obviously helicopter to the hospital. And then the next 2 days, the organs were failing, brain wasn't working, and just absolutely terrible. And then passed away. 17 years old. I mean, so devastating for that poor family. Obviously, the boy, the school, the coaches, his teammates.
It was his senior year, too.
Starting his senior year, football player, actually a very good wrestler as well. I think he was being recruited for college for wrestling. Just so sad. And just, thoughts and prayers for the family. And I just cannot even imagine just a regular routine football.
No, you drop your kid off. 17, he probably drove himself to practice, but you say goodbye, preparing for your senior year. He's going to do great things, getting
Right.
recruited for wrestling, potentially even football, and then just pass or whatever happens with practice. That just makes
Yeah.
me sick. I mean,
Well, and
rest in peace.
I know that they try to do the testing and everything to screen, your heart and everything. So I just wonder if there was an issue or like what happened. Not that it's going to change the outcome, but I remember
It
that
could prevent.
in my time at Westlake, when Nick Foles was there, Matt Nader was actually the quarterback and Nick Foles was the backup, and Matt had a heart attack. And he was a big guy, and literally by chance happened that they had a defibrillator. Like otherwise he 100% would have died. So that's actually how Nick became the quarterback at Westlake, pre obviously college and NFL. So wild story there too. But then he was like a huge proponent of having defibrillators, at schools and football, whatever, just heart health in general. And so I'm curious, like even that, like did they have a defibrillator? Did they try to shock him? Like I just would like to know more just because the whole thing is terrible. But from what I heard, everyone was like the staff handled it so well. The coaches, obviously they got Starflight there as quickly as possible, but just literally a terrible, terrible way to start the season and then have to bounce back to that. You lose one of your teammates and then you roll into practice a few days
Just
later.
morale.
I mean, just 100%. Yeah.
Morale is low. So
morale is low. Anyways, tough situation. Okay. Current trends. And I know we keep bringing up like influencers and things, but it's all relevant because this stuff is really bothering me. First of all, things I never thought I would see and never wish to see again and wish it had never happened was Matthew McConaughey on Jimmy Fallon singing She's from Texas with their banjos and like strumming right along. Absolute disrespect for such an iconic
was
song
it good?
for Ella Langley. No, it was not good. Like Matthew McConaughey can go strum the band or like bang the bongos. There we go. I'm getting banjo and bongos. Whatever. No, it was not good. And I really like Jimmy Fallon. We know what I think about the rest. But I mean, it was kind of cool. Like, okay, that's something different. And there was another musician up there. But no, it was absolutely not good. And I wish I never heard it because I love that song.
Wait, that's actually hilarious. Didn't Ella, isn't she playing in Texas right
she
now? She
played last night at Moody.
That's right. Okay.
I would have liked to go to that show, but yeah. And I bet it was such a good show. I just think she's so talented. Obviously still crushing the records on
number one Billboard
charts,
baby.
But
yep.
Yeah, they had no, I think she liked it. She thought it was cool and she like tweeted at them or something that they did that, but not for me. But anyways,
the person,
yeah,
the music,
so there's that.
all the above.
All of the above. Matthew McConaughey, and they renamed Alamo Drafthouse, one of them here after him, and he got like a
which one?
I don't know which location, but I haven't been to a draft house in forever, but he's now like Matthew McConaughey Cinema or something. Yeah, so there's that. So that's not a trend, but we're just putting that out there. But the new Instagram logo, did you see it?
Okay, I saw you had mentioned that. I literally have no idea what you're referring to.
Okay, there's a new logo.
Looks the same on mine.
There's a new logo, allegedly, after 10 years. And I thought it looked so good. So unless it wasn't real, what I was...
That writing?
Yes. Do you not think it looks so much elevated, more modern? Even when Instagram came out with Instagram, I thought this logo was a weird logo. Like, it looks like it's dated. I like the new one a lot.
It's kind of like aesthetically appealing to look at.
Yes. Like, I just think it's clean. I like the lines. They didn't try to overdo it. They didn't try to like totally recreate the wheel.
It reminds me of like the Blackstone
logo. Yeah.
Just simple. I'm just looking at this black and white one.
Yeah.
It's just
I think it looks so clean. I like it. Props to them. Another logo, like the City of Austin logo, that was, somebody paid millions of dollars for, and it was a terrible logo. I bet this ad company or whoever marketing did that logo got paid millions of dollars to come up with that, but they nailed it. I think a lot of people have a lot of different opinions.
I need to become one of those people. I'm paying my stationery girl a lot of money, and she's just writing my name in cursive. So
right?
like that. So I love it.
Yeah. So everyone go check that out. And then it's chic, kind of chic to
I hate
post.
that. Ugh,
Hate, cringe. Why? It's kind of chic to shut the fuck up. Pardon my language. Like, no one, they're the dumbest things. I have not seen one person that has posted that. Celebrity, normal person, influencer, whatever brand, not one post has made sense. Like, you sound and look like an idiot, and all the things that you're saying are dumb.
Well, okay, so I know this trend was going on, and half of them, this is going to sound really dumb, but I literally have to screenshot it and then I put it into chat. I'm like, what is this? What is chic? What does this mean? Can you like break it down or like dumb it down for me? Because I'm just not following it.
Yeah.
I don't understand the trend. I think it's cringe. Not cute.
Not cute. And then before this one, probably was the one that got us here, was the trend that was like, you'll probably know the actual line more than me, but it was like things to spend money on. What was it?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, was it the same thing? Like everyone was posting like, these are the things to spend money on.
Yeah, like worth the money or something.
Yeah,
right?
Like worth the,
and
worth the like money or
a massage or like
yeah,
some
like the dumbest things possible. Like I literally, the people, and they're same category of like, what are you talking about? And then the third one I have beef with right now is these maxing posts. Everything's maxing. Like makeup, brow maxing, land maxing.
Do you follow the Ken girl? She's the blonde girl. She's from here on TikTok. She just dyed her hair pink. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even know who she is. She doesn't do anything but talk on TikTok, basically. But she's dating this guy, Bobby. The only reason I think I get it, the only reason I think I get this information is because I'm on TikTok and it always knows like the radius. So it'll send me like a Austin influencers. But anyway, I was following along their relationship, or not following along. They just pop up on my obviously For You page. But he was talking about how they were taking a break and he was self-maxing. And I think he almost got canceled. People are like, this has to be a joke. So I feel like we're not the only ones that are absolutely mortified by maxing.
Literally maxing. I think even Tom Brady made some post. It was his birthday and it was like birthday maxing. Something about like it's so all around so
Are
bad.
We shocked? He has zero
we're
coolness.
not, but like literally zero. Like again, back to somebody needing to set him straight. Like you don't need to dabble in these. But yeah, the maxing one is bad. So I guess we should have ended with something positive I like about that's trending, but I don't have anything positive to say about any of those. Can you think of anything that
any like TikTok positivity or influencers? No.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot. Nothing's jumping off the page.
Nothing's jumping off the page. But well, this is not a trend, but it's a trend for our Dave Portnoy, who I just love. But random fact, but he just bought another gray horse for Go Grays from the Saratoga yearling sale last weekend. So I guess he's an influencer, right? So that's positive. He's got a nice new gray horse to add to the stable.
He might slightly be offended by you calling him an influencer. I feel like he's more, I don't know. I heard this debate and he was like, I guess I'm an influencer.
No, I don't consider him an influencer. But remember I told you he commented on that store, 4 Wins or whatever Instagram account that had posted the no influencer sign. And he was like asking, like, do you consider me an influencer? And I don't. Like, I don't consider him an influencer. Like, I think he just is like a commentator. He brings way more to the table and has way more going for him. And obviously has had successful
Tea by the Sea
businesses, Tea by the Sea, Go Grays. I mean, yeah, but
I love it. Well,
anyways,
good
good
for
him.
On a good note with him.
Yes, we'll end on a good note with him. But any shows for us? Have you seen or heard of, I think it's called like Sterling Point. Is that what it's called?
Oh, I literally just started watching that. I watched one episode. It's on Amazon
Sterling
Prime.
Point.
It's cute. It's about this girl who inherits an island. That's all I've gotten through so far. One of my best friends, she has texted me nonstop asking if I watched it, and she thinks I'm going to absolutely love it. So once I have enough time in my day, I will sit down and watch it. But I heard it's good.
I'm thinking I'm going to dedicate some time to this one because it seems like it's easy watching. There's been a lot of comparisons to, oh my gosh, this is better than Gossip Girl or whatever, which Gossip Girl was peak, and that is a bold statement.
Gossip Girl is my favorite show of all time.
Bold statement.
Hands down.
Did you ever see that little, did you send it to me? It was like a TikTok or a reel, and it was like Ed Westwick, just plain day, like now, saying, and someone said, how does it feel that you're not Chuck Bass, or do you miss being Chuck Bass? And he's like, I am Chuck Bass.
I am Chuck Bass. Like,
I love him.
You are cool.
Exactly. Cool. So yes, that is a bold statement. So I kind of need to see, just to see if it even is in the same realm. But
I'm gonna literally manage your expectations here. I've seen the first episode, and we're not even in the same ballpark here.
Oh God. Okay.
I mean, I think it's gonna be cutesy, but come on. Gossip Girl is entertaining, malicious, so many games you have to follow. Like, it's not just a simple show.
No, it's not. And there's the fashion, the family, the city aspect. I mean, yeah, you learn a lot of those things. I think that every modern day high schooler should go back and revisit Gossip Girl.
Not the new one, though. New one looks a little woke. Haven't seen it.
No. I'm talking about the classic. Yeah, the classic. Yeah. But all right, everyone. Well, thanks for listening. Enjoy the first weekend of football back. We'll be back next week. And
go find some candy corn.
Go find some candy corn. And do not make a post about maxing, kind of chic, or things to spend money on.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes. All right. Ciao. Adios.
Hasta luego.